Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Atomos Tarot, and today's reading we are asking the question of where you'll meet your next significant other. So I have 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is with Lubanko Tarot and Hematite. Pile 2 is with Tarot de Divine and Amethyst. Pile 3 is with Ask the Witch Tarot and Clear Quartz. And then pile 4 is with Black Tarot and Moss Agate. Okay, so you can take a minute to pick whichever pile resonates most with you. That could be the crystal/stone or the cards or the numbers or whatever resonates with you. And then go down to the description down below to see whichever one resonates and pick that pile. So I'll give you a minute to choose and then we can get started the reading. Hi there, Pile 1. So you picked Hematite and the Lubanko Tarot. Today's question we're answering is where you'll meet your next significant other. So before I get into the tarot cards, I do want to get a vibe check to see if you have the right pile. So I'll get a vibe check of how you are like as a person. So if it sounds like you know, if you picked the right pile. Otherwise, you might want to pick a different pile to see if it resonates. So we'll start with some oracle cards and then we'll go from there. Pile 1. Oh. Pile 1. So I just saw Dandelion. The Dandelion card is very cute. Okay, what is pile 1 like? Whoa. What is pile 1 like? Whoa. Okay, let's try that again. What is pile 1 like? Okay. I'll get 2 of these cards. So I have Marigold, Jealousy, and Grief. Okay, I see. I guess I'll take 3 cards. And then I have Black Dahlia, Betrayal, Murder, Sadness, Negativity, Elegance. And okay, I see what's happening here. Figure 39, Cassava, Culture, Versatility, Inner Strength, Healthy Ambition, Wish Fulfillment, Clarity. Okay, so I feel like right off the bat, a lot of people think you are quote unquote too much, whatever that means. But I think that you are a person who is content living their life the way they want to live. Cassava to me is a very, very strong card. It's a root vegetable and it is super versatile. It's so diverse, it's so strong and self-reliant and sufficient, and to me that card is very much like, I am happy being in my own lane, I'm happy living my life the way I want to live it, you don't care. I think there's a lot of people who are jealous of you or that you take on their energy a lot. I think you take on a lot of people's energy and sometimes it gets you in like moods of depression or sadness or things like that. I think there's a lot of people who do really like you, but are also quite envious of you at the same time. When I was shuffling that first deck, so many cards wanted to pop out and tell me a story. And so I think you're like someone who is like, when the vibes are right, like when you're not surrounded by these negativities and all of that stuff, you really bloom. And you're the type of person that will tell all of these stories and be upfront and be like, blah, 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 really outgoing. But it really depends on the people around you. And I think you have learned to really conserve your energy and where, who gets to get the privilege of seeing you completely undone, basically your inner child come out. Hematite is a very reflective stone. So whenever this one comes out, it always makes me think of someone who's very self-reflective, and I think you're very self-reflective. It's also a black stone, so not many people might not see it as reflective, but it very much is. So I think you keep a lot of things close to your chest, but when you really trust someone, it's like everything. You want to say everything, which is really cute. I think you are physically cute as well. I think you probably get that comment a lot, like, oh, your hair is so cute, or you're so cute, or things like that. I think a lot of people really admire you, but also, I think I think you've gone through some crap in your life, basically. And you're a very resilient person. But yeah, let's get some more cards to describe you as a person. Oh. Okay. What is pile one like? What is pile one like? Pile one. What is pile one like? Pile one. Pile one. Pile one. Okay. Pile. Ooh, lion. Ooh, yes. When I was shuffling this deck earlier, I kept seeing kept seeing dandelion, but dandelion really wanted to pop up at first. So Leo energy. Also Sagittarius and Aries, because this is a fire sign card. So you can be those signs or just embody those traits of someone who's very ambitious and, fiery, passionate. Again, likes to stay in their own, not likes to stay in their own lane, but is content being an individual. You might also have like a very, very cool sense of style, or one that's not usually seen as normal. I don't want to say like abnormal, because it's not abnormal, but it's different from the rest of the world. I think the friends that you do have, they're really good friends. Though it's taken you a while to figure out and really parse out who are people who are good in your life versus people who are not good in your life. And because I think there were people in your life that weren't good, you have learned to move on from them and become your own best friend, basically. And yeah. Okay, a couple more cards from this deck, and then I'll have a whole picture, and then we can go into the tarot cards. Yeah, I don't think you like it when people misjudge you or assume things about you. And it was really weird because this first deck that came up with my plant deck, my botanicals, that deck wanted to tell me things really, really quickly. And I think the moment I started actually understanding you, this deck is a lot smoother of a shuffle. It's just like, okay, you understand me now. I don't have to worry about trying to not like please me, but like, I don't know what the word is. I don't have to worry about you not understanding me, I think is what it is. Like, I don't have to worry about you like taking my words the wrong way, or not understanding like where I'm coming from or who I am as a person, because I think you've dealt with that in the past. Okay, what is pile one like? Pile one. Pile one. You feel fairly young, though it also feels like you've had to grow up really fast too. Again, 3 cards wanted to come out. Okay, yeah, there's this level of impatience that you're feeling right now. So maybe you have been manifesting some sort of life partner or another significant other, or someone who really, really like understands you, like a soulmate, and you're getting antsy and kind of impatient about when is this person going to come in, right? Yeah, because 4 of Swords is a kind of a restful card, like a forced restful card, and then Temperance is patience, absolute patience, and willing to wait. Both of them in reverse makes me feel like you are impatient. You've been waiting for so long, and yeah. And with this 2 of Wands, 2 always makes me think of choices, and here it's like, you're like, will it happen? Will it not happen? Like, when is it going to happen? Where is it going to happen? Like, you want to know all the details about it. But I don't know necessarily when a significant other will come, because this reading is more about where you might see them or like how it would happen. But yeah, I don't think you have to worry about time, even if you're like older or anything like that. Like, the universe is not gonna withhold things from you that you deserve. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves a partner if they want. And like, I don't think you should be worried about timing or issues or things like that arising, because um, you will find that someone, you know, like it will happen. So don't worry about like time frames or things like that. And I think part of you has also been so independent for so long, and you're just like, when will I get that partner? When will I have someone who genuinely understands me for me, and I don't have to feel like I have to hide or be someone who has to be an emotional sponge for everybody, or like deal with all this jealousy or grief around me because people just don't understand me. um I think you're also like, yeah, physically beautiful. Like, again, with that, like, you're very cute. But also like elegant is coming up here, and like lion manes are usually like really lush and pretty. So I think you're physically beautiful as well. um I think with this side eye here, I think you might give a lot of side eye to people, like, why are people so dumb? But I think you're also like, yeah, very, very self-reflective, and you understand like I think logically, you know, like, yes, I know that love will come for me eventually and things like that. But part of you is like very impatient, where you're just like, I want it now. And again, that's that Leo energy of like passion, fire burning brightly, right? Um, Whenever cassava comes up, I also think of earth signs. So that's Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Temperance is Sagittarius, so that's another fire sign. Wands is fire sign. This is air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini came really, really quickly to brain. Leo also comes really, really quickly to brain. So you could be a very like sociable person. Yeah. Okay. So if that sounds like you, I'm going to put these cards to the side, and then we're going to get into your tarot cards. Oh, you have so many cards, pile one. I don't know what to do with them. Okay. There we go. That works. All right. So again, you pick the Lubanco Tarot. Okay. Ooh, that was smooth. Maybe when you meet your person, it's going to feel just like very, very, very natural with your person. It's not going to feel forced. It's not going to be like, it's not going to feel like forced. And you're almost going to want to keep just talking to your person all the time. But yeah, pile one. Where will pile one meet their next significant other? Where will pile one meet their next significant other? Where will pile one meet their significant other? Where will pile one meet their significant other? Ace of Wands. Where will pile one meet significant other? I have the Magician, the Chariot. Huh. Okay, I have Three of Cups. Okay, that's what I was getting. Okay. Six of Pentacles. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Four of Wands. Upright. Okay, interesting. And then Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, this feels like it's some sort of gathering or get together. Like, this feels like where there's a lot of people, and it doesn't necessarily feel like you are not close to the people, but it also doesn't feel quite as distant as something like work. So this feels like something like maybe you're part of maybe a society or a club or something like that, where you do charity work or something, and that's where you'll meet your person. Or it could be something like some sort of wedding invitation, or like you'll meet through a mutual friend. That's what it kind of feels like. And this is someone you've never met before. This is the vibe I'm getting. This is someone you've never met before, especially with that ace and this Three of Cups Three of Cups is like a party card, right? Chariot coming in, Ace of Wands, and Magician. These three cards especially is making me feel like this is someone you haven't met before, and it's gonna feel super supernatural, like almost immediately. And I think part of you is like, this is the person I've been manifesting. Like it just feels so easy and fun with them, but also it doesn't feel like that weird flirty vibe where it's just like this will go nowhere, but just being a flirt. Especially because like this Queen of Wands, I have, oh, look at that, Ace of Cups in reverse. This Queen of Wands is in reverse. Again, Queen of Wands upright, usually is, like, fire suits are usually, like, more passionate, more physically intimate rather than emotional intimacy. And so with it in reverse makes me feel like you'll still have that passion, you'll still feel like you'll have a good, passionate relationship with your person, but it's not gonna just start with, like, this person approaching you because they think you're super attractive. I think they do, but I don't think that's their only intention when they approach you, because I think with them, they also feel like there's something about you that just feels right. And like, it just meshes. It just meshes. Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like, again, this might be something where, like, especially with these two cards, it's some sort of like party, but not necessarily a work party and not necessarily a very close friend gathering type of party. This feels like one where there are people there you know and are close to, and people there that you don't know. So like, but also not a club vibe because I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So it doesn't feel like just an out, like a public kind of party in the club or a bar or anything like that. This feels like some sort of event that you are going to that has a whole bunch of people in it, but it's a closed event that only certain people are at, if that makes sense. So again, it doesn't necessarily feel like a work thing, but maybe it's something like if you are in a club, like for example, if you're in university, and let's say that you are part of, I don't know, like a dance club, and like all the clubs that are included with arts get invited to this event, and it's like a showcase thing or whatever. That's where you'd meet your person. Or something like you are, like, you and your work friends decide to create a like committee or a friend group or whatever, and then I don't know, you decide to do a book club or something like that, and that's where you would meet. This feels like some sort of event that you are invited to, that your person's also invited to, but it isn't like a friend group, and it isn't quite a workplace thing. Again, it might be someone else's wedding, because that's another instance where you are close to certain people, but also at the same time you're not close to certain people that you've never met before, and yet it's also a closed event where only specific people go to, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling like, yeah, some sort of wedding, or maybe some sort of like birthday party or thing like that. Closed event with other people that you may have never met before. The drinks could be flowing here, so there could be a lot of drinks happening. I think you and your person will almost like be in your own little world or your own little bubble. Okay, because like even this little hobbit house here, and this like little horse like being like in this, like, you know, this little bubble, you're gonna create magic together. I think it's just, it'll feel like natural. It'll feel like, yeah, I like just something where it feels like you can lay down roots and grow with this person, like especially with this tree growing, right? Out of the hand. And again, that Queen of Wands in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. It could be that in your previous relationships, there was never an equal give and take. Never an equal give and take. And I think here they're trying to, like, the universe is trying to tell you, like, you finally have someone who will be an equal give and take to you. This is someone you can lay down roots with. So this significant other could be a potential life partner, like forever. Not just like your next significant relationship, but like a life partner. Especially with that Ace of Cups there. It's like, this is someone you have never met before. This is someone new to you. You're going to meet at some sort of closed event, is what I'm feeling. And I don't think you're going to really totally be expecting it, but like when you talk to this person, you're like, oh yeah, this person is going to be in my life. I just know it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. And it's not one of those things where you see each other across the room and you're like instant love, but it's more just like, I'm a little interested in that person. Let me talk. Or you accidentally bump into each other and be like, oh, what are you doing at this party? Who do you know? Blah, blah, blah. Starts off very casually, but it just clicks really quickly. I think they're going to be very captivated by you too. I think there's something about you that's like maybe like your hair or like your eyes or some specific feature that they're gonna love about you that's just gonna like capture them. And then when they get to know you and start talking to you, they're just gonna be even more captivated by your personality, and you as your person and your story. So let's get a little bit more. Ooh, that flew out. Two of Swords. Ooh, choices. So maybe you might be entertaining other people at the time, or you're just like, should I give this person a chance? Should I not? Is it worth it? Okay, I have Four of Swords in reverse again. Four of Swords in reverse again. You're impatient about something. Patient about something. And then I have Three of Wands. Again, some sort of like building, collaborating, some sort of party vibe. And they're just gonna like, yeah, I think drinks will be flowing. It's gonna be really fun. There's like, yeah, there's this level of impatience. Maybe you are part of like some sort of committee or whatever where you have to help the planning or the preparations or something like that, and that's why you're just like, should I spend more time with this person or like do these roles or whatever, this job, but like you want to keep talking to this person. I think part of you is also just scared of like the unknown or not knowing like if this person is the person, because I'm telling you right now, like, oh, it's gonna feel right, you're gonna know whatever, and you're like, but what if I don't know? What if this isn't the feeling? Like, should I be feeling this way? And I think you're just gonna be really, really overthinking it, especially because like half this person is only filled out and the other half is like in void, blank, completely black, right? So half of you is just very unsure, and I think you have to learn to trust like the part that's just like that instinctual, like, yeah, this is okay, this is right. And even if it doesn't work out, that is okay. It's okay. There's no rush. Back of the Cups, Six of Cups. Like, that's so sweet. Six of Cups is the soulmate card. This is the absolute romantic card. Like, this is someone your soul will know. And sometimes when the Six of Cups comes up, it makes me think like, oh, you're childhood friends with this person. Maybe you were childhood friends with this person, you lost contact with them and then you reconnect, but it's more feeling like this is someone you have never met before but your soul knows. Yeah, and like look at this heart here and then this like gushing out. Maybe it feels like a bleeding heart, like you're just scared of the possibility of this ending wrong or horribly or whatever, because you're like, it's going too well. And that is a little bit of self-sabotaging. And I think that's because you've really been hurt in the past by these people who have hurt you. And you're like, can I trust this person? But I don't think you're gonna have to worry about this person. Because like, again, there's that fear of like not equal give and take. But with it in reverse, it's almost like, don't worry about it. Like, don't fear it, because the universe won't give you something that you don't deserve. Like, not that, I don't know how to word this. The universe will give you what you deserve. And that is love. True, real love. But that doesn't mean you don't do any of the inner work. Sometimes they'll give you situations where you have to grow and learn from, right? But I think you have done a lot of growing and a lot of learning, and that's why you're impatient, being like, I've gone through my trials and tribulations. I understand what I want, what I don't want. But I think part of you is still like, maybe because of those things that you have gone through, part of you is maybe self-sabotaging or not really trusting your instincts or your gut. But yeah. So before I end the reading, I do want to get like some initials or describing your person, maybe to help you identify your person better or whatever. So hold on. I'm going to grab a thing so that it's easier to see on the thing. Okay, so I grabbed this so it's easier to see the letters. I'm just going to shake it up. Okay, just shake it up a bit. Okay. I'm going to pick random letters, maybe grab a handful, close my eyes. Okay, so we have W. We have N, we have P, R, E, N, prom. Or a Halloween party, or Rome. Maybe you'll meet when you're abroad or something like that, and it's like your tour guide or whatever is taking you somewhere. Or prone. Yeah, I feel like this is telling you like you're prone to self-sabotaging, or prone to not believing yourself, things like that, or prone to accidents. Now. Oh, maybe it's going to happen very soon. Ew. Maybe part of you's going to get, oh, no, new. Or ew, it could be like you might get cringe or whatever, or your friends might get cringe. I don't know. New. Yeah, see, it's going to be like a new person you've never known. Like when this W in the end came out, it made me think win. So maybe this is some sort of like athletic competition, or like a sports event, something like that. I don't know, like, because it doesn't feel like a work party. It doesn't feel like a best friend party type of thing, or a club. But it feels like a closed event type of thing. So it could be like, yeah, some sort of baseball game maybe, or something like that. Nerd. Yeah. OP. Nope. Open. Yeah, maybe you just have to be like open to the possibility of people, even though you feel like you don't, like you're scared of getting hurt again. But like that's the thing about falling in love. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be open. You have to, pen. Maybe you'll become pen pals with this person. So maybe you'll keep just texting back and forth, and it'll be kind of like you'll be friends at first, and it's not going to be super physical or anything like that at first. But it's going to feel right. It's going to feel good with your person, I think. Yeah. So if that reading resonated, or you can pick those things. If that reading resonated, please leave a like and subscribe so you get notified for whenever I post a new video. If you would like to leave a comment down below telling me which pile you chose, and what parts resonated, what parts didn't, or things like that, I would love to read those. Also, if you want to give me any suggestions of any readings you would like to see from me, I'm happy to receive those. Yeah, but if that's everything, pile one, I hope I see you in the next video. Bye. Hi there, pile two. So you picked the Amethyst. Whoa, I blinked out for a second there. And Tarot of the Divine. Okay, so before I get into your tarot cards, I do want to get a vibe check of you as a person to see if you have the right pile. So we'll start with some oracle cards, and then we'll go from there. So we'll see what you are like as a person. So it sounds like you know you picked the right pile. Otherwise, you want to pick a different one. Okay. I keep floating off in my head, or having random songs stuck in my head. So either it could be that you're a very like dreamer like person, or that you have ADHD, or you're just a very creative person. Right off the bat is what I'm getting. And pile two. What is pile two like? Pile two, pile two, pile two, pile two, pile two. Okay, 3 cards wanted to come out for you, like pile one. Oh, interesting. I have cattail. Victory, protection from lightning, safety, beginning, peace. I always think of cattail as quite a creative card as well. Carnation, mother's love, femininity, adoration, messages, affection. And then I have snapdragon, deception, graciousness, strength. Ooh. Okay. So you could be a mother, or you could be very, very close to a mother type figure. So this could be a mentor, this could be an actual mother, this could be a grandmother, or you wish for that type of connection or that type of love to give to maybe your own kids or things like that. And that doesn't necessarily mean you are a woman or anything like that. But yeah. Um, I feel like you're very lucky, but you don't necessarily see it. Um, I also, yeah, I think you're very, very creative. I think that you really make the best out of very small situations. And you care a lot about people's safety and well being. And you're very, very strong willed. Because with this deception, graciousness, strength with a snapdragon, this is someone who is willing to fight for the people they love. And again, with that motherness, that energy, like it wouldn't surprise me if something like the bear card comes out when I do like an oracle card, because it's very much like you embody like you're maybe like the mom friend, someone who's very stable, loyal, committed, very, very caring. Like you will be like, you hurt my friend, mama bear is gonna kind of come out, you know. Protection from like lightning, which is like a really weird specific thing about cattails, but that symbolizes about cattails. So I think like there are certain things that you are going to be willing to bend boundaries for, but other things that you won't. And I think you are the person, like protection from like lightning is just strikes really, really quickly, really, really fast, really, really like out of the blue, and you don't like necessarily see it. But I think you are good at noticing signs of when you have to protect people. And what I mean by that is uh, like how like you're very like yeah, very quick minded, very witty, very smart. You're very, very quick with your brain, very, very quick with your words. And maybe that's why I was getting like that ADHD vibe. Like it's very floaty, like you constantly think of so many different things. Yeah, a lot of different things go through your mind all at once, all the time. And if you don't have ADHD, that's okay. Like that doesn't necessarily mean you have ADHD or anything like that. It could just mean you're a very, very quick thinker. And I think like part of he's like really annoyed when people talk slowly or things like that. You want it fast. Again, Snapdragon. Mm-hmm. I didn't even realize I was snapping earlier, but yeah, you were like, come on, let's get to the point. Come on. So you might be like the type of person who puts YouTube videos at double speed or something like that, or audiobooks at double speed, or podcasts at double speed, because you're like, come on. Or if you're at like a very, very slow lecture or thing like that, you would be like, oh my God, why is this dragging on for so long? I got the point. Let's move on. You could have been that kid in classroom where it's just like, why is the teacher still having to explain this over and over and over again? I already get it. But you know, there's other people in class that might not be as quick as you are to pick things up. You don't feel necessarily quite super young, but you also don't feel super old. I feel like you're someone who has quite a bit of life experiences now, that you are able to understand like, okay, this is when I need to be fast, this is when you're just very smart, is what I'm getting. Okay, pile 2. Pile 2. What is pile 2 like? Pile 2. Pile 2. What is pile 2 like? Pile 2. I have snake. Ooh. So this is a earth sign. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Snake. Yeah. Again, that very protective energy is coming up here. You're very, very protective of, first of all, yourself and your inner world and things like that. Maybe you have some anxiety, because amethysts usually are there to soothe anxieties, or you're again that type of mom friend who people come to when they are in trouble, or they need help, or they just need advice, or someone to like lean on. You're like the person that they cry to, and that's not necessarily fair that if you're the only one they do that to. Like people deserve big emotional support systems, and you don't have to be everybody's emotional support system. But I think you're good about discerning like who you will take, whose energy you'll take on, and whose energies you won't take on. And yeah, again, very protective over those you love, yourself, and again, very, very smart, very, very quick. And like this snaky thing. So maybe like you, again, with that thing, like you're willing to bend some boundaries and willing to not bend some boundaries. So maybe like that snake thing, you're not afraid to sometimes maybe do the dirty work, but in a way that so the other people around you won't suffer. Or you take on a lot of burdens that you know a lot of people can't handle, but you can. And yeah, like very much like, yeah, like a mom, willing to sacrifice for the peace or safety or well-being of others. Though I do want to say, like, make sure you take care of yourself, but I think you're really good about understanding when to take care of yourself and when you can expend this energy for other people. Especially with that snapdragon, there's this very like this inner strength that comes with it. Cattail, you could also just like a lot of like little fuzzy creatures, so like a cat or a bunny or things like that. So you might like little pets like that, or even like a dog, super cute, like a puppy. I think you're intimidating. I think you intimidate a lot of people. Because again, the snake is curled up on itself, like it's very closed off. I don't think a lot of people have a good, like an easy time reading you, but not necessarily like a hard time reading you. They know that you are not going to open up to just anybody. Let me get a couple more cards. Okay, one more. Pile 2. What is pile 2 like? What is pile 2 like? Pile 2 like? Pile. Okay. So I have the Devil in reverse, and I have Wheel of Fortune upright. Ooh, again, you could be like lucky and not really realize it. I think with the Devil in reverse, that's Capricorn energy. And this Wheel of Fortune looking like a calendar. There, you like having things on a routine or a schedule, or having specific days to do specific things. I think you like that organization, a little bit of a perfectionist. Devil in reverse. Yeah, it makes me feel like you're some sort of like perfectionist. But also like, again, very strong will because it's in reverse. So you're not going to let a lot of things phase you, if that makes sense. You like also just don't care for like people gossiping or things like that. You're just like, no, let's just get to the root source. I don't have time for this drama kind of thing. And I think part of you is just like really values hard work. 10. Maybe that number is significant to you some way or shape or form. I think you understand that things work in cycles and that what comes around goes around. And so I think that's why you're like always willing to be like let's say like you have a friend that's really really desperate or for money or really really broke, and you give it to that friend that money, and they just never return that money back to you. You would probably be like, well, I did as much as I could, the best I can, and if this friend is not going to be a proper friend, it is what it is. They'll get their karma. That's not on me to fix. That's on the universe, and that's not my problem. I'm just gonna distance myself and move on. So I feel like that's the kind of vibe where you understand cycles and karma, and I think you trust a lot in the universe. I think you really do. Like you understand. Like, yeah, things come. Like good things will come to you if you are good. Things like that. Blah blah blah. So karma, you know. I think you can value a lot of your self peace, inner peace, and yeah. You could like getting flowers because carnations are usually the flower they give for, Mother's Day, things like that, Valentine's Day. Again, with this stem being a little more fuzzy or prickly, not a lot of people might be able to approach you right away. Okay, so if that sounds like you, I'm going to put these cards to the side, and I'll get into your tarot cards to figure out where you'll meet your next significant other. So I'm going to put these to the side. Yeah, you could be like a Capricorn because you like the routine and the structure, like having it nice and neat. All right. So we'll get into your tarot cards now. So you could have had a couple false starts with your person already. Or you will have a lot of false starts with your person, maybe. Ooh, that is interesting. Pile 2, where will they meet the person? Where will Pile 2 meet their next significant other? Oh. Huh. Where will Pile 2... Interesting. Okay, where will Pile 2 meet their next significant other? 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. 4 of Swords. Temperance in reverse. Wow, 6 of Cups in reverse. Wow. 8 of Coins upright. Okay, first of all, I don't think you'll be expecting your person whenever you meet them. Like, you won't be expecting it at all. It'll just, like, you're not going to be looking for love. You're going to be, like, in your own lane. I think you're probably going to be, like, studying or dealing with some sort of, like, family issues. When this card came out, I initially thought, like, maybe a family member introduces you to each other, and not necessarily like arranged marriage or anything like that, but a family member might introduce you to each other, or it could be like, oh, what was the second one that I forgot already? So it could be that, or I feel like you might be studying, and I think you were maybe in like final season or something like that, and you're not expecting your person at all. I think they're going to find you very alluring, because the High Priestess is a very mysterious card, a very intelligent like person, and I think, again, people pick up on that you're very, very smart. Immediately pick up that you're very, very smart. So this of Cups in reverse and this 10 of Coins make me feel like maybe you do know your person. And you were like previous childhood friends or something, or maybe you were in the same neighborhood. Because 6 of Cups upright makes me feel like, you know, it's a very like a deep soulmate card. It's a very sweet card. It's a very like our souls know each other, best friends vibe, and soulmates card, basically. This is a soulmate card. And with it in reverse, and this in reverse, this 10 of Coins with this stable, happy family in reverse. And when I was shuffling again, when my cards were just not coming together right away, it makes me feel like maybe there was a couple of false starts with your person, or that you never ever viewed this person as a potential partner ever. And it will kind of just like hit you out of nowhere. You're just like, whoa, I was not expecting this. 4 of Swords and Temperance. These are both like very patient cards, very waiting cards. 4 of Swords is a forced rest period, and Temperance is, especially in reverse, again, makes me feel like there's some sort of forced waiting happening. Because like the story of Fenris, this is Fenris the wolf here. The story of this wolf is that a bunch of Norse gods were scared of this wolf's power. And so what they did was basically trick this wolf into becoming trapped. He managed to take someone's arm off in the process, but they trapped him because they were very scared of this wolf's power. And I think that's kind of like the same. Maybe you're having like some sort of familiar family problems. That's what I wanted to say. Some sort of family problems where you have to take on a lot of burdens as well, because especially with this 8 of death. Maybe with this 8 of Coins happening. Okay. With this 8 of Coins, the story behind this is that this sister, all these swans behind her, are all her brothers. And she has dealt with this basically impossible task to create all of these things out of nettle shirts. In this, it's depicted by nettle pentacles or coins. And she has to do this task in silence and kind of suffer in silence for her brothers to be able to survive and get them back to human form. And she can only do it by herself. So maybe there is like Okay. Maybe there's some sort of like death happening in your family. Um, and you kind of have to give a lot of financial contributions, or there's a lot of burden and stress on you. Maybe you're like the oldest child, because again, that motherly energy, you're used to taking care of people, I think. Yeah. You're used to taking care of people, and it's not, and I think there's going to be some sort of, yeah, like family problem that comes up where you're going to have to take on a lot of burden for other people, and it's going to suck. And you're going to be really like pulled into two directions, like really pulled into two different directions constantly, and things are going to be rough. So maybe you and your person, again, I feel like you're going to meet in a time where you don't even like know you have capacity to like be with someone right now, but I think your person's going to be very, very patient with you. I think they know that you're worth the wait. And like maybe you're going to meet this person like when you're studying for a final at a library or something, because a book here, I was very, very drawn to this book, and I'm not usually drawn to the book in this card, but I think, yeah, maybe you are just having a small break while you're dealing with all these issues, just reading a book. Or maybe you're studying for exam at a library, and that's where you'll meet your person, because I'm really, really feeling like some sort of schooling places where you're meeting, or some sort of library, somewhere where education happens, somewhere where learning happens. So again, some sort of school or library is where you're going to meet your person, is where I'm feeling. And when you are also just not, when things are not going great in life, honestly. Okay, let's get some more cards for some clarification. Where will how to meet their person? Yeah, 9 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. Yeah, you're gonna be going through it, especially like this is Oedipus, the mother and the son thing, whatever. So again, you're gonna be going through it. I mean, I think the universe is trying to remind you, like, even though you're gonna be going through it, there are still gonna be good things, and they're gonna be sending you this person who is going to be very, very understanding, very, very caring with you, very, very patient with you. Yeah, look at that Judgment. and and like things are, it's gonna feel like finally the clouds are parting. And with your person, I feel like it's just gonna feel like a breath of fresh air. Also, Judgment always reminds me of someone who's very lucky. I think you are very lucky, but I don't think you necessarily see that. um but yeah, what else? I'm mostly getting like a when you'll meet your person is when things are on the rocks. It's rough for you. And where is mostly like somewhere where schooling happens, somewhere where education happens, somewhere where you're being depressed and sad about things that are happening. So that was 9 of Swords, and that's 5 of Cups. So yeah. Okay. So before I end the reading, I do want to grab any initials and things like that to see if anything might resonate. So I have a little board here so you can be able to see the initials better. And I have my cup. So I'm going to shake this, and then we're going to pick some random ones. Okay. I'm just going to move my finger around. And I'm going to grab just a couple. Okay. So I have P again, A, W, U, O, R, S, N. Snap. Again, Snapdragon. Maybe this is going to be at a point when you are about to snap. Like you are almost at your threshold. You are like, I don't know I can handle any more of this. Yeah, because I'm feeling a more like a very much a more like, what's it? Like a where, a when rather than a where vibe is where I'm getting with your pile. April? Maybe next April. So like in a year's time. USA, or maybe you live in the US, or you're next significant other will live in the US. Sap. Yeah, so maybe you'll be crying a lot during this time. You'll become sappy and crying a lot. Uphill battle. And it's not to scare you of the future or anything like that. Or Pacific Northwest. Yeah, so you could be like in the California area or further up from that, like Seattle. Pass. I think, yeah, part of you is just gonna like let this person pass you by. And maybe that's why I was getting a lot of those false starts, because you're like, I don't have time to deal with this person that keeps coming back into my life. And so maybe it's not necessarily a childhood friend, but it's when you meet this person, you're like, I don't have the capacity to have a significant other right now. I can't give you that. But like the cards were so willing to like still do that with you. And so like I think there's gonna be a lot of false starts with your person, or a lot of attempts that your person might try to make when like getting to know you or something like that. And I think you are gonna be like, no, yeah, on your own. You're gonna be wanting to be on your own a lot for this. Yeah. Soap. Maybe your life will be kind of like a soap opera at this time. So it's more of a when rather than a where you'll be meeting a person. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you might meet your person like on campus or something like that. Or maybe if you don't study, it could be some sort of like, yeah, work environment. But it doesn't necessarily feel like work. It feels like some sort of like library is what I'm getting. Some sort of library or some sort of like, yeah, where education happens. Some sort of school, library. Library is really what is coming forward though. So maybe you like reading and you might meet your person when picking up a book or something. Or maybe they're a librarian there or something. Yeah, that'd be cute. Pond. Or maybe it'll be like outdoors. So somewhere like, yeah, like a pond or a little park is where you'll meet your person, because like this feels like when you're like taking a little bit of a break from your crazy life, hectic life, and like again, maybe you're like reading a book, and maybe it could be at a park or it could be at some sort of like small pond place or whatever, some sort of local area where you're just, yeah. Yeah, I think that's everything I have for you, pile 2. Oh, and that amethyst stone, again, releasing of anxieties, like trying to help with anxiety. So I think you'll be in a very anxious place at this time. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's all I have for you, pile 2. If that reading resonated, please leave a like and subscribe so you'll get notified for when I post a new video. And comment down below, like, what pile you picked or what parts resonated, what didn't. I love reading those. Or even if you want me to do any other types of readings, I love to hear those. But if that's everything, thank you so much, pile 2. I hope to see you next video. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. So you pick the Clear Quartz and the Ask the Witch Tarot. So I've actually never used this deck yet, so we're going to be reading with it for this first time together. But before I do get into your tarot cards, I do want to get a vibe check of you as a person to see if you have the right pile. So if it sounds like you with my oracle cards, you know you found the right pile. Otherwise, you might want to pick a different pile. Okay, so we'll start with some oracle cards. What is pile 3 like? Pile 3 like? Pile 3 like? So I have corn, figure 34, corn, fertility, abundance, community, older sister, education, justice, fairness. And I have lilac. Joy of youth, warmth. Oh, you're sweet. You're just a genuinely kind and sweet person. You don't, you're so stable and like very nurturing, very kind, very compassionate, very empathetic. I think a lot of people really, really trust you with everything in their life, like from super, super big secrets to like just small mundane things like knowing that you wouldn't betray them, things like that. You're a very loyal friend. You're a very kind person, like genuinely kind person. And I think you genuinely love helping other people and um, making sure there's equity in the world. Um, yeah, I think you're just like a very warm person to be around. Um, and you're also just very fun to be around too. You know when to have a good time, and you also know when to take things seriously. You're a very balanced person. You're very kind, and yeah, just the overwhelmingly kind. Okay. Again, like older sister vibe. You care about community, care about your friends. Maybe you didn't have that growing up, so maybe that's why you care very much about like found family, or you had it a lot growing up, so you know what it's like and why sharing it is so important. Again, all these flowers are like clustered together. It makes me think you have a lot of friends. You have a lot of friends. Whoa. Wasn't done shuffling. Okay. What is pile 3 like? Pile 3 like. Pile 3 like. What is pile 3 like? Pile 3 like. You could work with like kids for a living, so maybe some sort of teacher or counselor. Pile 3. What is pile 3 like? What is pile 3 like? What is the pile 3's personality? What is pile 3 like? You could be very patient. Pile 3. Yeah, very nurturing. Pile 3. I saw the fox card there. Foxes are very, like, known as the monogamous card in this deck, but pile 3. What is pile 3 like? Oh, nothing is wanting to pop up here. Okay. Dragonfly. So this is air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you could be an air sign. Or you could just resonate with air sign energy. So someone who's very intelligent, smart, kind of a dreamer, a little bit in their head a lot of times. Yeah, I think you're just like a very likable person. You're very easy to get along with. There's something very, very balanced about you. Because like when I think of corn, I think of earth energy. And then dragonfly is clearly air energy. So you have a really, really good balance. And also, it's like interesting that in this air card, we have something that looks very much just like water. Again, very, very balanced. You like seeing things from different perspectives all the time. So like, because this dragonfly is high above and looking down, and not necessarily a condescending way, but like they like seeing the whole picture before judging someone, or like they like seeing all the different sides. You like seeing all the different sides before you make a judgment or assessment on someone. Again, very fair. You're very fair about the way that you treat people and the way that you go about the world. You have very good morals and a very strong moral compass. And yeah, there's just something so like genuine about you, something so inviting and warm about you, and like I think you make people feel at ease very easily. Yeah, you have a lot of like even with this coin, like the dragonfly's wings, there's a lot of bubbles in it. Corn is made up of a lot of different parts. I think a lot of people like know that you're very, very multifaceted, but also like you have a lot of people that are close to you, very close and friendly with you. You have a lot of people you care about and a lot of people you take care of. Okay. What is pile 3 like? Pile 3, pile 3. What is pile 3 like? I have Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're good at making friends. Or like people feel very like comfortable with you immediately. And then I have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, they feel like you would never betray them, especially like in group projects, things like that. You would never like just take the credit for no reason. You would be very fair about the way that you give credits. You give credit where it's due. You're very, very hardworking, but also like not to your own detriment. Like, look at this cup overflowing. I think you give a lot of people a lot of energy. Again, joy of youth. You're very youthful in nature. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean you're very young, but it could mean you have a youthful energy to you that a lot of people really like thrive off your energy, and you have an abundance of it. Like, you think you have a whenever you have an abundance of something in your life, you're so willing to just like give it because you know that like you can do that. So like if you became a millionaire, you'd be the type of person who would give it to many, many types of charities, and really, really care about trying to ensure things that you are. So like, for example, if you're super, super passionate about LGBTQ plus issues, you would donate so much to those issues, or etc. to like feminism or Black Lives Matter, etc., etc. Like, you care very deeply about making sure the world becomes a better place, and in your own small ways too. It doesn't have to be super, super big ways. I think just you're a genuine person. I think a lot of people really trust you, come to you for advice, and yeah, just you have an overwhelming warmth to you that is just so like nice to be in. I feel very safe with you, very protected with you, very like seen and heard with you, and I think you're a very good listener, very, very good listener. Like, again, an ear of a corn, very good at listening. What else am I getting about you? Yeah, you're just very calm. There's a very calming energy to you. And I know butterflies, dragonflies, butterflies could be transformation. So maybe you help a lot of people see the light, or you like transform or understand themselves better. So again, some sort of counselor vibe. But yeah, dragonflies, even though they can be erratic about the way they move, they are also like very pretty. Like, most people think they're quite a pretty insect. And I think, yeah, you're also just like physically beautiful. Yeah, again, like all of these flowers beside this person here in this card and the Ace of Cups. It's just, there's a lot of flowers around you. You have a lot of people who really admire and love you and like you a lot. I do a lot of dead fishes here, so maybe you do have some people who kind of like suck onto your energy for like, and just won't let go. Or you really understand the value and really appreciate like the past, and you really grow from the past really, really well. Clear quartz, again, like the name suggests, it's very clear. Though my clear quartz is a little like more roughed up than it usually is. Like, I don't know if it's just because it's been under some other crystals and it just like on the inside it's turned a little more, I don't know what happened. It's usually a little more clearer than this, so it's a little cloudy. And I don't know what happened. Maybe because of the heat. I don't know. But regardless, it's still very, very pretty, and like still clear. And so I think you have good objectives in life. What else? Maybe you have like nice hair, because even that corn has some nice hair. You could be an earth sign, because we have earth sign here, but this is also water sign. Again, very balanced, a very, very balanced person. Earth energy here is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Again, take those signs if they resonate, if they don't. And it's interesting that we don't have like fire signs. I don't like that. I think that's why there's something calming about you. There's nothing super outrageous or fiery or passionate about the way that you come across, at least. I mean, I don't think it's not that you aren't those things. It's just that you value not just always being super, super passionate because you think it could lead to burnout or things like that. You're very calm, very patient, very kind, very, very kind. But yeah, I think that's all I have about you. So I'm going to get into your tarot cards now. Even your tarot card deck is called Ask the Witch. So maybe you're really, really good at giving advice. So people ask you a lot of things. But anyways, I'm going to move these to the sides, and then we're going to get into your tarot cards. Let's do this. Yeah. And there's something so playful and fun about you too. Like, it's not that you're boring or like whatever just because you're stable. No, you're still very, very fun to be around, and people love, love, love being in your energy. I love being in your energy. It's a very nice energy to be in. Okay, so again, this is the very first time, again, I'm using this deck, so we'll figure out. So you might see me pull up the guidebook just because I haven't read with this deck before, so I'm also going to be new to some of this imagery or some of this things, but yeah. But I trust that you won't judge me for anything like that, so there we go. That was a nice, smooth shuffle. Ooh, that was good. Okay. Pile 3. Where will pile 3... Ooh. This deck is like slightly bigger than a regular tarot deck, so there's that. Ooh. Pile 3. Okay. Pile 3. Where will pile 3 meet their significant other? Where will pile 3 meet their next significant other? Okay, so I have Death and 2 of Pentacles. Interesting. Death and 2 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm immediately drawn to this like ship energy in the background. Maybe your families don't get along. Where will pile 3 meet their next significant other? Where will pile 3 meet their next significant other? Where will pile 3 meet their next significant other? Where? Whoa. Where will pile 3? Okay, I have the Star, Upright, 6 of Cups. Wow, every single pile I've gotten 6 of Cups. That's insane. Okay, 6 of Cups, Upright. So far, every single pile has gotten 6 of Cups. Wow, y'all are manifesting some really, really strong connections. Okay. Okay. Where will pile 3 meet the person? That's too many. Where? Pile 3. Where? Oh, that jumped out. I have the Chariot upright. Interesting. You have a lot of major arcana. Half the deck is already major. Queen of Pentacles and a court card. Wow. On back of the deck, I have Queen of Wands. Okay. So, okay. I think that you are going to be kind of in a point in, because like, again, you're very, very patient. I think you're going to be in a point in your life where maybe you've just gotten out of a significant relationship, or you're not really looking for anything at the moment. Not anything specific. I think you have a lot of people chasing after you, a lot of suitors. Like even here, this person is just like letting this person give the flowers. Usually in the 6 of Cups, both of them are giving each other something, or something like this. I have 2 queens here. This makes me think that maybe you are LGBTQ plus, maybe. Where I'm getting really, really drawn to the sea imagery. So maybe it's gonna be at some sort of like beach party type of thing. And like this person up here is just kind of like crouched at the top of this thing, and like there's a whole bunch of spike things or whatever. So I feel like it's gonna be, I don't maybe like some sort of like concert because it's a lot of crowds. Like this makes me feel like crowded. This makes me feel crowded. This makes me feel crowded. And then we have like two ships coming in, so it makes me feel like there's multiple like cars or voyages or something that's happening to this place. So I feel like it's going to be some sort of like concert or some sort of like party thing. But I'm getting like concert vibe or yeah, like not necessarily a club. It could be a club, but it mostly feels like some sort of concert. Yeah, and I think you and your person are just gonna be like, oh, this is so fun, flirty, or whatever, and it's not gonna be anything like super serious, especially with this like Queen of Wands. But I think you both just will like vibe with each other really well. This reminds me of like Studio Ghibli, like at the same time Ponyo and Howl's Moving Castle. Um, so there could be something like whimsical about the way that you meet your person, especially with the Six of Cups here, like that childhood innocence, playfulness. So I think like you and your person are going to be having a lot of fun together when you first meet each other. And I think Two of Pentacles is going to be like kind of like the day after you're like, oh, should I contact this person? Should I not contact this person? I'm like, whatever. So I feel like you're going to be in an energy where you're just like, la la la, not really invested. Like this queen is looking over there, this queen is looking over there. Like this queen is just like up here where you can't really reach. Queen, this death person is up here where you can't really reach them. Yeah, and again, when I mentioned butterfly earlier, maybe you're going through some sort of transformation right now where you, again, maybe just came out of something serious, or you're not looking for anything like that, or you are starting to get like maybe a new career path, or something new is happening in your life. Something has been dying off and something new is starting to emerge now. And I think you have a lot of people kind of chasing after you. You have a lot of suitors, I think, especially, yeah, again, here as well. Here it's some sort of like this person is like at a concert playing some music, having a crowd or whatever. Maybe you're going to be on stage. And this person is like watching you. So yeah, maybe you have some sort of platform or something and this person watches you, and that's where you meet. So like maybe even online. So maybe like you have a YouTube channel or whatever, and this person's watching you. But yeah, it feels like some sort of like concert-esque performance type of situation here. So it could be online, or it could be something like performance. And like it's interesting that I mentioned the families and also the LGBTQ plus thing. So maybe only take this up if it resonates. So maybe like your families won't be accepting of this, or even if you are like heterosexual, whatever, or having a straight relationship, or one that looks straight, maybe your families won't like each other, and maybe that's what you're juggling, being like, should I or should I not? Death is Scorpio, Chariot is Cancer, and the Star is Aquarius. Yeah, so we got 2 water signs, air sign. We have some more water, some Pentacles, and a little bit of Wands. So again, fire signs is the least amount that is in here, and you have a pretty good balance though of everything else. What else am I getting? Yeah, it'll feel like I think you're gonna click really well with this person. I don't know if you necessarily know your person. You might know your person from childhood. I never expected that they would feel the same way as you do. And yeah, what else? Again, it could be maybe even at a beach party, or like some sort of, yeah, like university ending kind of party, like some sort of thing like that, where you're just celebrating an end of something. Even like, yeah, the death card here, like there's an end. So maybe you just finished school or just graduating, and there's kind of like a campus party or something at the beach, or something like this, or some sort of performance. Like it feels like there's some sort of performance happening here. That some sort of performance will be happening. So maybe it could even be like a music festival, or like something like this. Judgment. Again, it feels like no, you won't judge people, or people are judging you for something about this relationship, or maybe the way that you meet. And again, with this person, this witch here, like giving all these presents, it reminds me of like Kiki's delivery service. Like look how many presents this witch is giving people. I think you're a very generous person. You're very, very generous. anyways, what else am I getting? Yeah, I think you're very sought after. I think a lot of people really like you. Yeah, just a very likable person. But I don't think you really necessarily care for the crowds or the people, or maybe you have a platform and that's why there's like a lot of crowds and people here admiring you. Or maybe like at work you're very popular or something like this, or you're very popular somewhere. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of, yeah, music festival, concert vibes, or some sort of like beach party kind of thing. A very like, let's celebrate the end of like graduating or like end of something vibes, or let's celebrate just like something. You're going out, you're celebrating something. Not necessarily a birthday, but like, yeah, maybe like a bachelorette or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna get more cards to clarify your situation. Pile 3. Where will pile 3 meet their person? Where will pile 3 meet their next significant other? Where will pile 3 meet their next significant other? Where will they meet their significant other? Where will they meet their significant other? Where will they meet their significant other? Where will pile 3? Ooh. Okay, I have 3 cards. I'll take them all. I have King of Swords. Interesting. I have, oh wow, 10 of Cups, and then I have the Hermit in reverse. Okay, well, like the Hermit in reverse suggests you're going to be out partying with people. 10 of Cups even is some sort of like, yeah, wedding, marriage. Like maybe this is going to be like your life partner. Okay? And we have lots of like celebration. Like this is usually met with a lot of celebration. So again, some sort of party. Maybe it's like at a wedding. Though that doesn't really feel like the vibe. I feel like more, okay, even here, a lot like a crowd. We have a crowd of people again. I feel like it's going to be very, very crowded where you meet your person. Very, very crowded. Interesting. Then I have this King of Swords. Yeah, you're gonna be single-minded about something. Like I think because you are ending something, maybe you're like really focused on graduating or something, and this is coming to end very quickly, and so that's why you're like, I need to focus on this. And then I have the Hierophant in reverse, so that usually makes me think of traditional schooling or tradition or whatever. So maybe there's something like, yeah, not traditional about the way that you meet your person, and some people will judge you for. Again, that could be online, that could be at some sort of like festival, music party, something like this, where people judge you, or again, it could be something like it's LGBTQ plus or something like this. Where else? It feels kind of outdoorsy, kind of like a festival, honestly. Concert, festival, something like this. Again, yeah, even this person is playing music here. This person's playing music. La la la. Music. So maybe music could be significant. Maybe you post like singing videos online, and that's how your person reaches out to you, and you get a lot of judgment for this or something. Like this person is above in the clouds, and then someone like this little wolf was watching it from the ground, right? So maybe it starts off as like this person is your fan, which, you know, like you could get judgment about, like, you know, there could be some power dynamics or things like that that could be at play, and I will say that is valid. But I also feel like you, again, you're very fair. Like you're very fair. Like you're not the type of person that's just going to be like, I'm going to take advantage of our power dynamics, etc., etc. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get some initials for you to help you find who your person is or have things that resonate for you. So I have a little board here that we're just going to place the letters in so it's easier for you to see them. And then I have my letters here, so I'm just going to shake them up. Okay, and I'm just going to shake it up in here. And I'm just going to grab a few. Okay, a lot more than I was expecting that came out. So I have M, T, T, Q, T, G, H, O, F, T, S, B, D. So you could have been a hoe at this time right now, or your person could be. Feet, again, makes me think like music, like blah, 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 featuring blah, blah, blah. So FT, blah, blah, blah. MMG, QT. So your person could think you're QT, or you can think your person is a QT. BD, S. Maybe that's also where some judgment might be coming from. X. X. Could be an X. T-O. Bod. Maybe they like your body. Message. Yeah, so you could, again, there could be some sort of form of like online communication with your person, something like this. T. Maybe it's like a K-pop concert or something like this, like BT. I saw S earlier. BTS. Maybe you're going to see them or something. I don't know if they have any concerts out. Or wait, isn't one of them in the, what's it called, in the army right now? OD. Mod. So you could be into body modifications, or maybe you have tattoos or something. Like, yeah, there's something that a lot of people might judge you for, something. T, F, Q. Has. GM. DM. So that could be you're into maybe Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe you and your person share a lot of interests. GX. Hex. Again, witchy vibes, so you could like all that witchy esoteric thing. I mean, if you're here, you probably like some, you know, esoteric stuff. OD. Yeah, there could be some, it could be some sort of festival where there's some drugs or something. Bottom. Okay, I think that's all I have for you, pile 3. If this reading resonated, please leave a like and subscribe so you'll get notified for when I post a new video. I would also love to hear I would love to see any comments down below, what pile you picked, anything that resonated, what didn't resonate, or even suggestions for other videos. I would love that. But if that's everything, thank you so much, pile 3. I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hi there, pile 4. So you picked the Moss Agate and the Black Tarot. Okay. So before I get into your tarot cards, I do want to get a vibe check of you as a person to see if you have the right pile. So if this sounds like you, then you know you've picked the right pile. Otherwise, you might want to pick a different pile. So I'll do that with oracle cards. Okay. Pile 4. Pile 4. Pile 4. What is pile 4 like? What is pile 4 like? Ooh, that was quick. Aloe. Figure 11, aloe. Affection, grief, soothing, beauty, healing. Oh. One more. What is pile 4 like? Too many. Pile 4. Oh. Hyssop. Figure 3, hyssop, cleansing, sacrifice. And then, yeah. Oh, wow. You're just a very, like, soothing person. You're very, like, cleansing person to be. I think you, help soothe and cleanse a lot of people's souls, in terms of, like, you make people feel a lot better about situations. You kind of talk them down ledges a lot of the time. You give them clear perspectives, and you really help help a lot of wounds heal faster, because you're able to understand how to navigate those situations better. That being said, it isn't always great that people only come to you for advice or things like that. But I think, like, you're also really good about, like, cleansing your life too. I think you can detach very easily. So I'm getting a lot of air sign vibes. So that could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra vibes. I'm getting a lot of Libra vibes, especially. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are, but that's kind of the vibes. Also, moss agate here makes me think you're very, like, you like nature a lot. You like spending time outdoors, or, like, breathing in nature, and being connected to the world around you. I think you have a very, like, deep love for the world around you, like, in, like, the physical world, and not, like, just people or anything like that. Yeah, I think you're just, like, a breath of fresh air. Really is, like, the best way to describe you. You're a breath of fresh air. There's just something, like, yeah, just so uplifting about you. Like, you make me feel calm. You make me feel, maybe not calm, it's not the right word. Like, uplifted, but that's also not the right word. Fresh. Fresh is a better word. Yeah. There's just something so fresh about your energy. What is pile 4 like? Pile 4. What is pile 4 like? Pile 4. Pile 4. Pile 4. What is pile 4 like? Pile 4. Okay. Hyena. Ooh. Hyena. Yeah, I think you're kind of quirky, a little bit of a weirdo. So hyenas are dogs, and that is, like, they're very sweet and kind and loyal, and yeah, just, like, works well in packs and teamwork. Yeah, there's just something, like, this whole picture is, like, in black and white. I don't have, like, any color here other than the stone, right? Everything's in black and white. I think you are good at showing people different perspectives, and, like, starkly showing them, like, this is the reality that's happening right now. It's not necessarily that you're blunt, because you still have a lot of emotional maturity, but you do so in a way that's, like, this is a situation. You just have to open your eyes a little bit. And again, you do it in a way that's kind. You don't do it in a way that's rude or mean. This is fire sign, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So you could be a very passionate person, a very, like, determined person is what I'm getting. A very determined person. And it's interesting because this is a fire sign, but everything's in black and white here, right? And it's not necessarily that you see the world in black and white, because there's also shades of gray too. But it's just that you're really, really good at parsing out, like, important information and information that's not important, and, like, what's needed or what's not needed. And yeah, there's just something, there's just, like, you're just a breath of fresh air is really what I get. You're not as, a lot of people know you, but you're not as overstated as something like a lion, like, right? A lot of hyenas are misjudged, right? So I think a lot of people misjudge you at first because maybe you do come across as really blunt or straightforward, but again, not rude. But maybe you tell truths that people aren't really willing to hear at the moment. And you've learned to be like, okay, is this person being able to like take the criticism or not? And it's not that you just give unnecessary criticism. No, they usually ask for it, and you're like, are you ready to hear this? Because this is what I think. And again, you do so in a way that is kind, but also is a little bit like jarring because it's just, oh, you're right. This is something that I need to look about myself or whatever. So like if your friend or whatever is just like, okay, what should I do about this ex or whatever? And you're like, I love you, and blah, blah, blah. But from this pattern or whatever that we're seeing, I don't know if it's necessarily the best that this person is, you're with this person or something like that. Again, you do so in a way that's kind, but you don't really hold back. You don't really sugarcoat things. But you can be blunt, but also still emotionally mature. If there's a time and place to do so, and I think you're good about discerning when to do that. I think a lot of people feel very healed with you and soothed with you, though. Again, aloe heals burns, right? That's how we treat burns a lot of times, is give some aloe on it, like let people rest. And I think you give that people that grace and that rest period to be like healing. I think you're very forgiving, but also not necessarily to your own detriment, or not necessarily like you'll just forgive willy-nilly. I think you have to see consistent growth and change to be like, yeah, I'll forgive you. I don't think you're one to hold grudges, or if you do, it would be like worth it, if that makes sense. Like you won't hold a grudge just for the sake of holding a grudge. If you do hold a grudge, it's because that person really messed up, kind of thing. I'll get a couple more cards. I think you tend to be the person who plans a lot of the outings or whatever, or you're the person who will end up talking to the servers or waiters or whatever. Like you plan a lot. You're a good planner, I think. What is pile 4 like? But it's not necessarily that you want to do that, but you usually can step up. Okay, so I have King of Pentacles and the Magician. Yeah, I really agree with this. I think you are a magician. I think you, whatever you set your mind to, it comes true. And this King of Pentacles in reverse, I think you're starting to build a solid life for yourself, is really what I'm getting. Or it's starting to feel like you were able to discern what's good in your life and what's not good in your life. Or maybe it's that vibe where it's just like, I am my own independent person and I don't need anybody else with me. So if you're going to be in my life, I don't need someone who is going to be flippant. I need someone who's going to be there solidly. Because I don't need a King of Pentacles, but I want one. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like a queen or a woman or anything like that. It just is the vibe of that. Again, yeah, Magician. I think you manifest a lot of things, and I think a lot of things you do manifest comes true. There's something about like nature that is really calling. Like maybe there's a forest nearby that you like going to, or like spending time outdoors, and not necessarily like being active or anything like that, but like you like spending time outdoors. Maybe like going on walks to the beach or on walks and stuff like that. And yeah. I'm really drawn to these roses in the background. I think you really enjoy the small beauties in life as well. I think you appreciate a lot of the small things in life, and you're very grateful for the small things in life. I think you also like help people be grateful for the things that they do have in their life. I think you're a good friend. I think a lot of people trust you. Maybe you don't like to shave, or you're a little unkempt because like this aloe with the spikes on the cactus, it's funny because it's a cactus, but it's also meant to soothe people, but this prickly, so maybe you're not easy to get close to at the beginning, but when you get to know you, it's very soothing. It's a very healing connection with you. And also this looks like kind of like prickly legs to me, so maybe you just like don't care about like trying to be socially conventionally pretty kind of thing. Even this like hyena's fur is all roughed up, right? And again, usually hyenas are depicted as bad in media. So like if I think about Lion King, hyenas were the villains, right? But they're not villains. They're just another animal out there, and a lot of people misunderstand them. And I think a lot of people misunderstand you when they first meet you. Hyssop is from Greek mythology, and Greek mythology usually reminds me of some sort of tragedies that happen. So again, it makes me feel like you have been misjudged in the past, but you're really good about like being open and receptive, but also like very critical about the way that you go about life. And yeah, your connection with people is very healing. I think you show a lot of good perspectives, and you have a lot of really like solid ideas and political ideals. But yeah, you're like passionate, but in an understated way. There's nothing like overbearing about you and things like that. But you can become prickly or defensive if you have to. You're not just gonna let anybody walk over you and things like that. Ooh, my light went off. Hold on. Okay, so the light is just a little off, but you can still see everything, so that's okay. But I think it's really interesting that the light did turn off now. Just because I think you give people aha moments. So because my light was turned off, it automatically turned off. It was almost just like an aha moment. I think you give people aha moments. I think that's all I have about you. So I'm going to get into your tarot cards. So I'm going to put these to the sides. Oh, that's also interesting that you got like the black tarot. And a lot of us here were black and white, and then a lot of greens. Green is associated with the heart chakra. So again, you do you care very deeply. Oh my god. Whoa. This reading's going wonky. Okay. Whoa. So my camera almost just fell down. That is so interesting. Dang. I think you sometimes tell people truths they don't want to hear. That is so interesting. Anyways, I'm going to put these to the sides, and then we're going to get into your tarot cards. That is insane. It's insane, pile 4. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get where you're going to meet your person. I don't know why the song is We Found Love in a Hopeless Place is the song that's popping into my head right now. Okay, where will pile 4 meet their significant other? Where will pile 4 meet their significant? Where will they meet? That flew out. I have the 4 of Cups in reverse. I have, that might be too many. That's too many. That's too many. I have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Huh. Where? Where? Oh. I have the Knight of Swords. Upright. Knight of Swords. Okay, that was too many. Oh, actually, it wasn't. So I have 3 of Cups in reverse, Death in reverse, and Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Spears. Okay. Okay, you might not like to hear this, pile 4, but it feels like an X. This feels like an X coming through. Or it could be you meet this person like at a work party. No, I feel like I honestly feel like this is an X. I feel like you're going to bump into your ex in a party or a place that you did not want to see them. And your ex will be really, really remorseful and really, really trying to get you back. Um, okay, so basically, what it looks like to me is that we have the death in reverse here. So it's almost like we're not letting something die off yet. We're not letting something go. Something's not being let go here. And so it feels like that's an X energy. And with this Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords usually means some sort of incoming communication, some sort of truth happening, some sort of truth being told to you or something like this. Right? Ooh, okay, got my light back. Anyways, so I have my Knight of Swords shedding some truth here. And I think it's about the deception that they had with you or that they were hiding from you or things like this. Ace of Cups in reverse. Upright makes me think, okay, a new emotional beginning, a new partner, a new something. New emotional beginning with someone potentially important. With it in reverse, it makes me feel like this is someone you already know. This is someone you already have an emotional connection with that is just like wanting to make something new again. Ace of Pentacles is now, it's almost like, now I'm ready to start building a life with you. Now I'm ready to do things. So maybe in the past, this person was not ready to commit, and now they're like, but now I'm ready. Four of Cups upright is usually depicting someone who doesn't see the value of something. With it in reverse, it makes me feel like your person is saying, I really took you for granted. I really, really did. And again, Three of Cups upright makes me think, okay, this is some sort of collaboration, some sort of party happening. This is a party card. With it in reverse, it makes me feel like you are going to bump into your person at a party that you did not want to see them at. And I know that really sucks to hear because like you're hoping for like some new energy to come in, but this honestly feels like your ex has taken over this reading a little bit here. If I were to try to like wipe the ex's energy from here, or past situationship or whatever it was, it could be like a work party, where you're feeling really, really bored, or you feel like people are just like not authentic here, something like this. But it really, really feels like an ex who's like, now I'm ready. I'm sorry I took you for granted. I promise I'm gonna do all this blah blah blah, but it's all talk. I don't know if they really mean this stuff, but it feels like all talk right now. Like you're such a breath of fresh air, and yet your person is just like, there's someone here that's not letting go of you right now. Let me get some more. Hopefully I can get, yeah, Hermit. So maybe you like blocked this person or something, and that's why they need to like bump into you somewhere to like try to get you. But okay, anyways, pile 4. Where will pile 4 meet their person? Their next significant other. So maybe you might want to give your ex another chance, and they're saying you'll meet them at a party that you were not expecting. It just feels like a regular friends party, like a house party kind of thing, with some lots of drinks. Death is Scorpio, and then Knight of Swords is and Seven of Wands is a lot of air sign energy, so that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and then we have also a lot of cup energy here. So that would be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. King of Wands. Yeah, I don't want to be just a playboy with you anymore. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups upright in a love reading would make me think you are good partners. It's like very romantic card. It's a very sweet card. It's like a new beginnings of a romance card. With it in reverse, it makes me feel like, again, this is some sort of ex situationship, or that you were so willing to give this person everything in a relationship, and they just really took you for granted. Really took you for granted. Knight of Wands, so maybe you had a very physical connection with this person in the past, and now they're saying like, no, I don't want just something physical. Wheel of Fortune again, usually would signify some sort of ending here, some sort of ending of a cycle, and I don't think your person is like, we're not done yet. I think your person says like, we're not done yet. So like really, like try and get this Wheel of Fortune to not end right now, especially with the Death in reverse. Yeah, it feels like your person is, maybe your next significant other will be this ex person that you had, and you're hoping that they have changed or that they are willing to do the work. They have they have quite big talk being like, I'm sorry I took you for granted. I promise I'm not going to wear a mask around you. I will be emotionally available with you. I'm not going to deceive you. I'm not going to like do any horrible thing like cheat or anything like that. And they're coming with honest forward communication, and like, I'm so willing to build a life with you, like this Ace of Pentacles. I'm willing to build the new solid life with you, not just have something physical. But I don't know if they legitimately mean that. That's up to you to decide that. So maybe your next significant other might be this ex person. And it's up to you to decide whether you want to take them back or not. They are going to be quite remorseful, being like, I really want you back. I miss you. I know we could have had that Two of Cups together. We could have had amazing things. Justice right under that. So maybe you will get the justice you deserve. Maybe this person will get their karma or something if you don't want to take this person back. Or it's like, finally, this person will do the things that you've always wanted a partner to do. So again, it's up to you to discern whether or not you would be willing to put up with that or not, or if you believe this person or not. And I think you have quite good judgment, but we'll see if this person really means it or not. Yeah, judgment, justice underneath, not judgment, justice underneath. Yeah, and like, we have this Death card that is walking to a goal now, right? It's quite far in the future, and I think it's going to take a while for you and this person to build a solid foundation together. You're just starting. It's literally the Ace of Pentacles up there. You're just starting to build your lives together. And so the goal is in the future, but it feels like you're actually moving towards a goal now. And so maybe, yeah, this person is really changed for you now, and is willing to actually put in the work and effort and give you everything you deserve, like the justice you deserve, you know? Okay, so before I end the reading, I do want to get some initials and cards to see if, to help you, like, with for anything to resonate, or maybe these are going to be the initials of your future person, or things like that. Oh, I have an E stuck up there. Okay, so I'm going to shake this. Wow, that E is really stuck up there. So I'm just gonna, okay. All right. So I have Y, O, so yo. So maybe it like felt like a yo-yo with them in the past. Like everything was just like back and forth and back and forth and hot and cold and hot and cold. It was like a yo-yo being on a yo-yo. F. What is S? Cross. Maybe religion is important to you. Cross. Or maybe religious was important to this person. Ooh. Maybe they like that part of you. This makes me think dead, right? So maybe they are being real with you. They're like, dead. Force. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe this person is like forcing themselves into your life again, and you don't like that. Again, it felt like they kind of forced themselves into this reading as well, to be honest. That's sad. Your person feels quite immature, to be honest. I feel like the way that a lot of these words are coming out of my mouth, it feels like, oh, for sure. It feels so immature the way this person talks, and it doesn't necessarily mean they are immature, but Oh, it's shady. I know there's supposed to be an H there, but it's kind of shady. I don't know if your person's genuine. I feel like they're just good with words. I don't even think they're that good with words. I think you're good with words. I think you're very, like, again, like, you're a very forgiving, very nice person. And so, like, this person really will take it for granted, I feel like. And I don't know if this person is genuine, to be honest. Circus. Hmm. Of course, I'm for real. You know what I mean? Like, they feel so immature about the way they speak. A very, very playboy energy kind of thing. And again, I don't think I trust your person with what they say. Zero. So you can watch My Hero Academia and you like it's zero. Day. Day. Maybe days. It will be days before they like reach out, or maybe there's days before your party or whatever that you're gonna bump to your ex. I'm so sorry that your ex is like kind of like taking over this reading, and if you don't want this ex to be your future person, don't take it. Like, just like throw it away. Don't take the reading. If you do want your person, oh, roof. Oh, maybe you will roofie. Oh, I don't like that. Force and roofied. Oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Because that's trigger warning for this. I would be cautious. I don't like that. Or there could be drugs at this party. Yeah, I don't trust your person. Quite frankly, I don't trust your person. Um, I don't trust your person. I don't trust this ex person. I feel like they're forcing themselves into your life and maybe forcing themselves in other ways. And I hate that. And I don't like that. And I want you to be as safe as possible and protected and CD. So maybe like you hooked up a lot with this person in the car. So like CD player. So you had music in the background all the time or something like this. Yeah. Maybe you might want to pick a different pal so you can get like a potential future person other than this ex situation. I think maybe this is the universe warning you about this person that trying to force their way into your life, or that this person is going to do something quite horrible, and I don't like that, and I want you to be safe, and I know this might not resonate for someone, so like, or everybody, but I just really want you to be safe. Sorry. See, like, it feels like a not a serious sorry. Like, that's not the whole, oh wait, that's not the whole thing. That's not the whole thing. Maybe they're bad at spelling. Like, sorry. Like, it feels like a sorry not sorry feeling. Maybe they just texted, like, e-message you. E-message electronic. So like, it's not, yeah, I would be cautious about if you got vibes from your ex being like this or rude or things like this. So I want, yeah, keep yourself safe. Full. Maybe they like your sass. Yeah. So if you want, like, if you trust your ex and this ex is actually a good person and you want this person, great, because they could be genuine about their apologies and things like that. But it honestly feels like that is not a lot of you. And it feels like this pile is more of like a warning pile rather than a, yeah, because I initially wasn't even gonna add pile 4, and pile 4 is the most different from all the rest of the piles because for piles 1 to 3 I got all of them had the 6 of cups, and that's a very soulmatey card, and this is the only pile that didn't have 6 of cups, and is the only pile that I'm feeling like I want you to be safe. Like, this person I don't think is a good person, um but again, it's, I don't know your story or like how specifically your ex is like, um and I also don't like it when exes like pop through in readings because I'm like, I want something new. I want something fresh. Like, leave me alone. So you might want to pick a different pile, and this could just be as a warning. And you might, if you're drawn to any of the other 3 piles, I'd pick any of those 3 piles because they were great. But this is yeah. Eddie, sorcerer. Okay. But I think that's everything I have for you, Pal 4. If this reading resonated, please leave a like and subscribe so you'll get notified for whenever I post a new video. I would also love to hear in the comments down below if it resonated, if it didn't resonate, or if you ended up picking a different pile. I would love to hear that. And also, like, if you have any future video suggestions, I would love to read those as well, or potentially do them. But if that's everything, thank you so much, Pal 4. I hope I'll see you in the next video.